Adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew, board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist. Jack Osborne is going to be in here tomorrow night. Talk to him all about whatever he's all about. Hear how Ozzy's doing and all that. Drew going to be in New York tomorrow night.
I shall.
Yes?
Yes.
You watching the Grammys tonight?
No. How'd it look?
Looked good.
Yeah.
I mean, normally...
Janet wasn't there, so I watch.
Yeah. You hate to see those shows. I mean, I don't like award shows because I get uncomfortable when people that don't know each other read off a teleprompter simultaneously. It just... I saw Quentin Tarantino reading off the teleprompter. He looked like he was coked out of his mind. And I just saw him, and he said like 3 syllables. I had to leave the room. Like it's weird. There's something bizarre. Most people are listening to me have never done this, but I've had the displeasure of doing these kinds of things on occasion. There is a teleprompter which is about the size of a big screen television set.
It's on a big screen.
It is a big screen TV.
Yeah.
And
it's good 50 yards off.
It's way back there. Yeah, it's way back, and it's sort of behind the first row. Well, I shouldn't say row, but
if you've ever been to a rock concert, it's where the sound booth is, right in the middle there in the back.
Yeah, it's always the top of the first section.
Yeah.
And there it is, and that thing just rolls along, and you stay up with it. And the jokes, maybe they're not bad, but they never seem to fit just right, and whoever's delivering it never really gets away with whatever the material is. So it just sort of makes it uncomfortable.
Yeah, they don't fit in people's mouths.
Right. Tonight, the acts that I saw were good, though.
Oh, really? Well, I imagine Grammy's a big operation down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but they sort of did it right. It was kind of nice.
In fact, I heard somewhere that the rehearsal day is the most expensive day in all of media and entertainment.
Yeah,
because all the union guys there going overtime, and then the bands they bring through, and it's
probably doing the pyrotechnics,
right? The pyrotechnics being
all
run,
that stuff. Yeah. All right. So anyway, saw about half it. Seemed
good
good.
Times.
Good times.
Anybody interesting win that you were rooting for?
No, I don't know. No Doubt won. Christina Aguilera won, and I don't know who the hell else won.
Outkast got something.
Outkast got something. All right. That
Beyonce.
Song, by the way, the Outkast song is in every single movie trailer.
I know.
I mean, they must have stuffed it in. It's in every single movie trailer. It's in every commercial. It's just they just shove it into every movie trailer.
Speaking of every commercial, Chevrolet has picked up what's the band that you love so much from the 60s, 70s?
Vehicle?
No. Oh God.
Ides of March?
No, we were playing. Got in trouble for playing.
Oh.
I was here with Wind and Fire, but
Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're now in the Chevrolet commercial.
What are they playing?
I think it's like Spinning Wheel or something, or it's something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, I'm a trendsetter because
absolutely.
When I used to do karaoke, I do Vehicle.
Nice.
By the Ides of March. You know the song?
No.
You don't know Vehicle?
Maybe. How's it go?
Oh, now I got that stupid Outkast song in my head. You know Vehicle?
Probably. I mean, I don't know the name.
I mean, Vehicle, baby. I'll take you anywhere you want to go. I love it. Great God in heaven, you know I love you. Ba-da-ba-ba-da.
Is it Blood, Sweat, and Tears?
No, it's the Ides of March. It's Vehicle. What happened?
We gotta find it. We gotta find it.
You don't have to find it. I'm right here.
Your rendition is so chilling. I just can't quite identify it.
Let me.
All right, here we go.
All right, starts off.
I didn't
listen. I'm the friendly stranger in the black sedan. Won't you hop inside my car? No.
No.
What happened, Drew? What happened?
He was on,
you didn't even do... Let me tell you something. Drew doesn't do drugs.
He was on again, off again.
Drew does not do drugs. This is the greatest endorsement to do drugs I've ever heard in my life.
The fact that I was sort of checking in and out of
this is your wheelhouse. This is...
All right, we're going to get the song. We'll get it from Arrow.
Arrow's probably playing it right now.
I may well know it. I just don't know the
I'm your vehicle, baby. I'll take you anywhere you want to go. I'm your vehicle, mama. And by now I'm sure you know that I love you, love you. It's your fact. Love you, need you, want you, got to have you. Great God in heaven, you know I love. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Huh?
sounding familiar.
Oh, Jesus Christ. First off, it's a hugely popular song. B, it's been used in Chevy commercials for the last couple of years, or GM commercials. And C,
I'm sure I heard it.
You were probably 12 when the song came out or something, and it's right in you.
I know you'll be shocked to hear this, but I was late to get to music. Late. Like 15, 16.
Like 15, 16 months from now?
No. Then I was checked in for about 6 years and then checked out again.
Friendly stranger in the black sedan? I got pictures. I got candy. I'm a lovable man. I can take you to the nearest. I'm your vehicle, baby. I'll take you anywhere you want to go. I'm your vehicle. Calling everyone mama. But now I'm sure you know that I love you.
Love you.
Need you. Want to got to have you, child. Great God in heaven, you know I... Come on. He's your vehicle.
All right, Chris, please, go get this. Go down Ann, where are you?
You don't
please
need it.
He's not going to stop. He's not going to stop until we get the song, so please get it. Please.
Great God in heaven. All right. Carlos?
Hey.
Uh-oh.
Wait. Carlos, speak up.
Oh, sorry.
No, sure.
There he is.
I just want to say that, Dr. Drew, you're the smartest man alive. And Adam,
so smart. He's never heard anything. Yeah?
And Adam, you're the funniest.
Hey, by the way, part of the drill of getting smart is you're so GD busy studying that you check out of it. No, seriously, I was checked out for years at a time from the culture.
Yeah,
Adam, it's true.
The song came out in 1967, you retard.
Well, I didn't get with it until...
Anyway.
All right, I didn't get with it. Oh, no.
74.
Mr. Bellbomb's over there and get with it.
Drew, I have so much respect for you, and Adam, you're the funniest man alive.
That's right.
Anyway, you guys said that staying with one person is just not healthy at all.
What?
No. Yeah, you guys said.
No, we said hooking up with somebody in the 9th or 10th grade and sticking with them until you're 22 is probably not a great plan.
And we also said that just doesn't, and people don't spend the rest of their lives together. At least they end up breaking up eventually if they try to make that kind of relationship work.
Okay,
that's statistically the case.
I'm 19 and I'm going out with my girlfriend, and she's my first girlfriend, and I could see us spending the rest of our lives together. And
how old were you when you hooked up?
I was 18.
Oh,
it's a little different than 16.
How long have you guys been together?
We've been together for about a year.
About a year. All right. That's fine.
Whatever. We'll see.
Call us in 2 years if you're still together. We'll talk
it also
you out
depends
of it.
what's kind of going on in your life. Are you going away to college? Are you changing sort of who you are and what your place is in life? If you're hunkering down to work in a community where you plan to live for a long time.
I hear.
Then
he's saying Mexican. Carlos.
And also...
he's very racist, Drew. So white people go to college, but you Mexicans, you get a job at the tire store.
Not
and start cranking out the kids.
Well, are you going to college or are you working?
I'm going to college.
All right. So you're going away to school?
Excuse me?
Junior.
Are you going away to school, though, eventually?
No.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right. Eventually. And so my point is you will sort of change and grow and get a sense of yourself
Carlos,
in your new peer environment.
Junior college now?
No, I'm in UTEP.
UTEP?
Yeah.
Is that near where you live?
What is that? What's
University of Texas in El Paso.
UTEP.
UTEP.
Texas, El Paso. I see. We ever go there, Drew?
No.
All right, hey, good times. Hey, Carlos.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The phone's coming in and out. Here's the deal. You're fine.
Yeah, you'll see what happens.
Now, here's what Drew's saying. What Drew's saying is, if you guys hooked up at 18 and now you're 19 and a half and you ain't going to college, you ain't doing anything, she's waitressing, you're working at a gas station.
Basically, you're who you're going to be for your life. This is who you're going to be. This is your status in life.
Yeah, you're not going to be an attorney. You're not going to be a doctor. It doesn't mean is there anything wrong with your life.
No,
it's just this is it.
And you could advance and things, but it'll be
now. So you basically at 22 will be like other people at 29.
That's right.
Or maybe 32.
People when you're done, when you've entered the workforce. You've entered.
You're now an adult.
You're an adult. That's right.
All right. It's still not the world's
smartest idea because most 22-year-old guys still need to screw around a bit.
Yeah, but there are those guys. I mean, there's we all went to high school with these guys, the old soul guys. Mm-hmm. It's just like they had the same chick since 15. They're 19 now. They got a kid. They got another one on the way. They're looking to buy some property. It's like, what the hell? You're 19.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they sort of settle down.
How does that work? All right. Testosterone, Drew says. It starts dropping. Oh. To me, it's like they got it flipped on too early.
Could be.
Like, these are the guys who had the mustache in the 10th grade.
Or 8th grade.
Yeah, 8th grade it was coming in, but the 10th grade, full. They're brushing it.
Yeah.
Full blown mustache. Girlfriend had a couple kids by 18. It's like they just become dad.
Yeah.
It's weird. They're also the guys. They start going bald and start getting a gut. It's like the guy looks like these guys. They're like 26 years old and look like they've been skippering a minor league baseball team in Tallahassee for 42 years. Like just the gut. The mustache, the bald head, the couple kids.
The irony is
you're 26.
The irony is they hit that at 26 and remain exactly like that until 70.
Yes.
They don't budge. They don't budge from that spot, right?
Right. No, that's right. They all
At 70 is the same guy.
I guess that's the good part.
That's the good news.
All right. Yeah. All right. Let's
let's
keep rolling. Where are we going here?
I do. Right.
Yeah. Where's that vehicle? Oh, come on, Drew. Kat?
Hi.
You're 24?
Yes.
What's up?
That's where you talk, Kat. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been in a committed relationship for about 4 years now.
Mm-hmm.
With the same guy. Mm-hmm. Everything's been going great.
Thus the committed relationship.
Same guy.
Same guy.
Okay, about 4 years.
I was just
Hold on,
elaborating.
I can't write that fast. Go ahead. All right.
Okay, and I've got sort of an unusual problem going on with our sex life.
Mm-hmm.
And it's mainly just with me. I don't know what's causing it, but any time that I have an orgasm, I get uncontrollable urges to eat. And I will gorge myself.
Wow. Any special kind of food you eat? Does it have to be sweet or can it be protein?
Well,
it's never celery sticks.
Whatever I'm craving.
Mm-hmm.
Just whether it's sweet, whether it's salty, but it's kind of limited because I'm a vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
And in the past maybe 3 years, I've gained close to 70 or 80 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you weigh?
Right now?
No, let's say first year of junior high.
I weigh about 195 pounds right now.
So you went up from 115.
I'm 5'3".
Uh-huh. Hold on. Let me do some radio math there. 5'3", 195, was it?
Yeah.
Drew, what's 2 times 7?
14.
14.
See a little reversal in this one. Might be 5'3", 187.
I'm coming around this way. And 1 times 5?
5.
5. So, and then 14 and 5?
19.
19. And then 19 minus 2 is?
17.
17. Okay, I got 5'1" and 32... 17:30 seconds. So just a little bit, over 5'1" and a half, close, and 207. Yeah.
You're fast.
Drew, please. We know. Kat.
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me that vegetarians. Well, I guess not so much now with the whole Atkins thing, but vegetarians can keep the weight going pretty good there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And how often are you having the orgasm?
Well, we're very active, probably about 3 or 4 times a day.
There's something...
There's a bogus...
Yeah, there is a bogus quality to this,
But let me just say, I have encountered something like this once. Are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. When I dealt with someone who had been sexually abused as a child, and every time her father abused her, he'd give her a cookie at the end of it and say, it's because I love you. And this kind of stuff. Yeah, isn't that incredible? Yeah. And because of that, the food became insatiable. I mean, unbelievable drives around food.
Yeah.
Is there anything weird like that, associations with you and food and sex?
Well, no, but I have been sexually abused in the past.
Yeah, I wonder.
All right.
Was it that, out of curiosity, when you were sexually abused, was there a lot of oral sex? Were you required to do oral sex on somebody?
Yes.
Yeah, that was the association back in the other patient.
Well, there it is.
So there's something there.
Drew, everybody.
Thank you.
Drew. All right, so Kat, how about some therapy, baby doll?
Yeah, the sexual compulsivity, 3 or 4 times a day, the food is clearly there's some oral aggression that she has to, the drives associated with sexuality, all wired in by Grandpa or Uncle Stu or whoever did it.
God bless.
Long ago.
You think she's married? You know what I like about guys? They'll ride that pony out. You know what I mean? She's packing on weight. She's eating. She's crying. He's still getting her 4 or 5 times a day. You know, what are you going to do? Can't afford therapy.
Takes all kinds.
Hey, Kat?
Yes?
Same boyfriend?
Yes.
Same guy all the way through, huh? How's he doing with all the binge eating and packing on the weight and everything?
Well, he's tried to help me throughout it. He's been supportive of me. I've been trying to lose weight, and I have lost a little bit recently.
Mm-hmm.
But it's an eating disorder, Kat. It's also sexual compulsivity, and this needs to be managed by a pro. It's a pretty complicated problem.
I have been going to therapy, but nothing's really been tapped out of it yet.
Have they picked up on this business about the oral sex and the sexual abuse and all that? Have you talked about that in therapy?
Well, I have talked about it, but nothing's really come out of it yet. They sort of just skirt the problem.
All right.
The only skirting, you're in control of the session, so if there's skirting going on, it's done by you.
Yeah. You know what drives me nuts is I keep trying to think of the vehicle, the song, the horn riff, and that Beyonce, who won a Grammy tonight, her hit, which was a sort of a horn-driven rip-off from her song is in my head, but it's not her song.
It's vehicle.
I was trying to. No, it's her song.
Yeah,
I want vehicle. I got that ba thing in my head, which is almost the same as vehicle. All right, it's the Beyonce song, and then that's a rip-off. And by the way, how do you win a Grammy for someone else's song that you sort of sampled? The part that people like about the song is the part we liked about the song 29 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Her doing it, you know what I mean?
No, I know, but I just mean when you sample somebody's song, I mean what we respond to it, like the reason the song's a hit today, the reason you like that song now is because you like the part that you liked
then
in 1976.
Yep.
So what?
I don't know. Maybe it's the category. I don't know.
True. We should get someone's radio show and warm it over.
Adapt it.
Yeah, adapt it.
Yeah.
We'll do the same
Except
thing.
We'll leave the part in that people always liked.
Yeah. I mean, nothing against Beyonce. She was in here. Well, God, it was 3 or 4 years ago. Sweet as Sugar.
With the rest of them, right?
Yeah. The Eve's Plum, or whatever the hell that band was. What was that band they were in there? Come on. Chris, what's Beyonce's band?
The original.
Don't give me that puss.
3 or 4 girls were singing.
Yeah, Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child, there you go.
I need him for this.
We met them
Let me tell you what everyone in this, except for Engineer Anderson, who comes up with an answer every once in a while. Everyone else standing around me is only good for me to say, who was that? What was that? Where was that?
Until you come up with it.
Eventually I come up and they go, bingo. That's what
we met them at the MTV Music or Movie Awards, I think.
I thought we met them at the Teen Choice Awards.
You're right.
Yeah, and they wanted to come on the show, and they came on, and they were a delight. Rebecca.
Hi. When my boyfriend went down on me, I peed on him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was, really embarrassed about it, and I don't know if I'm going to, because that was my first time having that happen, the guy's never gone down on me before, and, I don't know if it's going to happen every time or...
No, it's going to be number 2 next time.
Just like to make a note, too. Chris, not into this. Did you see that puss?
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my.
He doesn't go down? No, he doesn't like the urination.
No, the urine thing.
Yeah.
He recoiled.
Smart.
Rebecca, did you have an orgasm at the time?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you sure it was urine? Maybe it was just...
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So it's female orgasmic incontinence. So was the guy upset?
Well, he was just whoa, ew.
You, or was he proud of himself?
What?
You, or was he proud of himself?
He wasn't proud, I don't think. He didn't seem like it.
Is he calling you back? You still seeing him?
I haven't seen him for 2 days.
Well, who was this guy?
He's my boyfriend.
Oh.
Does he normally talk to you every day?
Well, yeah, every other day, probably.
So you need to give him a call. He'll be fine with this. Relax. It's a very common thing.
Well, is it going to, happen every time, or,
Was that the first time you'd had an orgasm?
What?
Was that the first time you've ever had an orgasm?
No.
Do you normally urinate when you have an orgasm?
No.
Well, then it's not going to happen every time.
Okay.
That was
by
great.
powers
That's
of deduction.
amazing math you did there, Drew. Hey, Rebecca, but this is the first time you had an orgasm through oral sex.
Yeah.
You see, that's the rub.
So to
or the
speak.
pun, yeah. So is this going to happen each time she has oral sex and has the orgasm?
I doubt it.
Now, by the way, you're having an orgasm through what, intercourse?
Yeah, well, like once or twice, yeah.
Using protection?
Yeah.
All right.
Condoms?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Listen, you'll be fine. Find a good guy.
Give him a call.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Yeah. You can evacuate your bladder, but there's always a little shot left.
Of course, but at least it's not a big load.
How's that work, by the way? There I am, taking a leak, getting myself all cleaned out. You go climb into bed, you lie down, you can get up in 10 minutes, walk back over and take another half a leak.
Couple
squirts.
There's a lot of elements to that. But one is when you lie down, fluid is mobilized.
Oh.
Secondly,
yeah?
you don't really be walking around.
I'm going to start peeing in the tub while I'm just lying there in a fetal position, just having it leak out of me.
It's hard for you to evacuate your bladder completely when you've been standing for a long time. There's a certain, especially at your age, the prostate's enlarged.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I'm a mess.
Yeah.
Look at me.
And all that masturbation. I mean, you irritate the hell out of your prostate.
I've been down.
Oh.
I've been down.
Wait.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
You're
depressed.
I don't know.
That's depression, dude.
Whatever.
Oh my God. Ann, have you?
I'm tired. I wish I could
brain
just
tumor?
sleep. I just want to sleep.
And never wake up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bad sign. We're gonna have to talk.
Let me do a little plug here before we start talking, Drew. As you know, our dear friend Rob Schneider was in here talking about his beloved Animal, which is out on DVD, by the way. And what we're going to do is we're going to give away 5 DVDs to the first 5 callers
over
who
18.
Call in tonight, ask a question, get on the air, and who are over 18. So you should remain on hold. We'll not tell you to stay on hold like most good radios would do, because here's my feeling. If you hang up, well, that's just one more Animal DVD for me to give out next Christmas.
For somebody else, yeah.
Well,
yeah, next Christmas. All right, you're right. First 5 calls, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, you stay on hold. We'll give you that Animal DVD. It's got all kinds of backstage, behind-the-scenes footage.
Never before seen footage, yeah.
Never before. No eye has seen this before your eye sees it.
It stores now.
That's right. All right. Let's take a break.
Yeah.
We have to go get the vehicle.
Okay.
All right. We'll be back after this. Hey, everybody. It's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Jack Osborne in here tomorrow night. Who gave us a countdown? Was that Brian? Who was that in the next room?
Ken.
Oh, Ken. Hey, Ken, what's happening? Engineer Anderson. I paid him a rare compliment tonight, and he wasn't even around.
I don't remember it. Strangely enough.
No, I said Anderson when I'm looking for an answer.
Oh, yes.
Once in a while it happens where I can't think of someone's name or some group or some place.
That's right.
And then I look at Drew, and it's like just staring either into the sun or just an empty black hole.
Yeah.
Like it is, hello, 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 hello. And then, like I said, I got Engineer Chris over here, who's always good for the bingo sign after I answer my own question. After stammering on the air for 10 minutes, he gives me that.
Yep,
that's right.
It. That's it. You got it.
People like doing that as if they'd been sitting on the answer. Yep, you got that right, buddy. Thanks. All right. You got the Ides of March there, by the way? You got some vehicle? Cue up some... This is a song that I made famous through my... come on, Drew. Big karaoke number for me. Chevrolet started using it a couple years ago.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it, but I always thought it was sort of Muzak's music. I never realized it was played in...
No, come on. Just a drawn-out one at the end.
You know, this to me it sounds like the beginning of a television show from the 70s. You know what I mean?
Come on, Drew. There's a big ending here.
I'll listen to you. I'll sit back.
Great God in heaven, you know I love. Ba-ba-ba. Yeah. Come on, buddy.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, he's
Problem is, everything that sounds like 1973 gives me like a panic attack. Makes me
I know you're like some sort of concentration camp survivor.
Yes.
Just blocked out everything.
Yes, I started looking at the numbers on my arm. When
Drew's like, no. And you're like, come on, you heard of Burton Cummings? Oh, no! Yeah, remember the Guess Who? No! He holds his ears. He starts running down the hall screaming. Drew hates the 70s. Matt?
Yeah.
You're 20?
22.
22.
And, my question is this. My wife told me that, well, every time I go out and I get drunk heavily on beer, she won't let me go down on her because of the fact she thinks that the high content in yeast is going to have an effect on her getting a yeast infection. Is there any truth to that?
Well, if you treat her vagina like an air sickness bag,
yes, if you
it
barf
could happen.
into it, yes.
Yeah, which I've done.
But I'm sure. In fact, there's almost nothing you haven't barfed into. Is that?
It's almost nothing I haven't peed into.
That's right. The barfing, you're getting around to that. But
I barfed into an ice maker in Tijuana. Is my crowning achievement for barfing.
Matt, while I would think that sounds pretty far-fetched, however, there are reported cases of women working in bakeries getting excessive incidents of yeast infection, and it's so on one hand, it seems like, geez, you'd expect to see more of this if this really happened, but I suppose it is theoretically possible.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, listen, though, Matt.
Yep.
I think she's just trying to tell you not to drink so much. Is really in a diabolical way. She's sort of holding back because you drink so much.
Yeah. And listen, maybe I'm getting old, but going down on the old lady when loaded it's now fallen off my top 10 things to
Matt's
do.
Loaded every night, though. See.
Oh, okay. So no choice. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I wouldn't remind.
And you too.
Oh, me?
You're loaded every night.
Yeah, every night.
So that's it. You're just done, huh?
No, I gotta go. Yeah, that's it. I go. Well, yeah, but I get a dignified loaded. I don't get that sloppy
the beer
frat.
Yeah.
I have a glass of wine.
That's a nice smell too, isn't it?
Yeah.
That beer frat boy smell.
Yeah. Danielle.
Yeah.
You're 20.
Back in the 70s again.
What's up?
Okay, so I have this problem with my boyfriend. Every time we've ever messed around, he never gets off. And he says that it's not me, and I've asked him what I could do, and he said that everything feels good, but he doesn't know what's wrong with them. And he said sometimes that he would like to go longer, but I can't go longer.
How long do you go?
Oh my God, for like an hour and a half each time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
How is he on any medication?
No.
Does he masturbate?
Probably about once a week.
Ooh. Well, they just got to pick that up a little bit. Or lessen it?
Yeah, once a week.
Lessen it's not going to do. It's just going to shut off altogether.
Yeah.
Now, does he... he wants to go longer?
No, he wants to have an orgasm.
I mean, he couldn't have an orgasm within an hour and a half?
Correct. And he wanted to go longer, but it's not clear that if he went longer, he'd still have one.
Yeah,
I think if he can't do an hour and a half, he ain't going to do it.
Well, here's how it is with the orgasm. It's like if you're taking a little batting practice at Dodger Stadium, and the guy's throwing batting practice, throws you a 5-gallon bucket full of BP balls.
It's about as good as you're going to get.
And you don't get one out of the infield. You took 75 cuts. You haven't got one out of the infield yet. You don't need a 76.
No,
It's not like, well, if we keep going, eventually I'll drive one into the parking lot. No, you've had the whole bucket. We can tell.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's it.
That hour and a half, that's a bucket of balls.
Oh yeah, plus,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, you're done.
So the list becomes sort of: is he anxious? Does he have any medical problems? Is there?
He's had his bucket of balls, Danielle.
Is he, is he up something about this relationship, or or his anxiety about it, or is he on medication, not telling you?
One out of every so-and-so guys just can't do this
during intercourse, and something coincidentally, strangely enough, those are the guys that can do it during oral sex.
Well, he can't even do that during oral.
He doesn't do it during oral.
No, see, the thing is he said that he's had relationships before that every time sex is involved, something goes wrong.
No.
Something's wrong. Something's up with this guy.
Yeah, something's up with this guy. That is a BS sort of excuse.
What the hell does that even mean?
But you know what? He knows he can get a girl to believe that. You see what I'm saying? That's nonsense.
Because that's something a chick would do.
Right,
or
exactly.
say.
That's not a guy's thing. I think my bet is
every time sex was involved, something went wrong. You mean, what does that mean? Like the ceiling fan landed on him while he was banging her?
It means he got his feelings
No,
hurt.
the relationship's gone bad.
Yeah, no. That has not stopped a man in history.
What the? No, if anything, it helps your chances. You set the hook a little bit if you're into somebody. Am I right?
Yeah, a little bit. Hey, listen. Where's her name, Danielle?
Yeah, the phone keeps busting.
My bet still is that he's on medication, just not telling you. People
well, Drew, as a man of extreme passion, you can't understand.
Can't even fathom this.
But okay, let's try to figure out what percentage of guys just flat out can't have an orgasm with a woman
during intercourse.
Yeah, but they're like younger guys. You know what I mean?
2%.
I'd say it could be higher. Could be more like 5. Yeah.
I'll get 2 to.
It just
let's go 4.
This is of 19, 20-year-old
pretty
guys.
rare. Do any of your friends have that problem? Think about it.
I don't know if guys would talk about it that much
would.
if they.
Yes, I think they would.
They would if they were like effed up and couldn't get the deal done on a particular night. But I'm talking about just generally.
First of all, the first thing they would tell you is how long they can go, and then one of those times they'd let it slip. I never really,
Yeah, but that would have been one time. I'm talking about in general. This is their difficulty.
2%.
Cannot have an orgasm with a woman.
I'm saying if you knew guys that had this problem, eventually you'd find out about it. They'd talk about it. They'd first talk about how long they went.
I hung around with the very, guys who basically were date rapists. I mean, like virile,
as we all did, of course.
Bad students.
2%.
These guys were lots of testosterone.
2%.
Could be a little. That's saying 98% don't have this problem. It just seems too high. I'm going with 95% don't have this problem.
Okay. All right.
And this is not. I'm not talking about the erectile difficulty. I'm just talking about
orgasm during intercourse. Not orgasm at all, even just during intercourse.
Well, because
within that group, there's a group that can with oral sex.
Well, now see, and I'm going to change the number a little bit and say, get up to like 7% of the group that can have it during oral, but the group that can't through anything.
My bet though is if this guy could during oral, if he's not on meds and that kind of thing.
This guy's got issues, though, talking about women who've broken his heart.
Yeah,
sex is...
Strangely, that every guy knows that's BS.
I love
Strangely enough.
I love it, by the way. I love it when women parrot back things that guys say to other guys that guys know is complete BS. Like when super smoking hot 22-year-old waitresses are explaining about how friendly their manager is and how he offered to help her with her calculus homework and how he said he could give her a ride. And it's like, and the guy goes, he's trying to F you. Oh, my God, no.
Not Stu.
Not Stu. Stu has a girlfriend.
He's 47.
Stu's 41 years old, okay? And he's a vegetarian. It's not Stu. And is it so hard to fathom that a guy just might want to be friendly?
It gets even funnier. He's a Buddhist. He lives by the book, the principles of the Dalai Lama. And, oh, no, he would never. We talk about it all the time.
I always love that. Yeah. And I always say, look, a couple of fat-ass waitresses you got over there. Stu helping them? Offering, driving around. What's he do? I just love it when hot chicks think guys are being friendly, and then when you accuse the guy of wanting to F them, they're like, "Because that's what you want to do." Those are your. And I always make this mistake. Any guy I know would be he'd be helping you with your homework, and then pow, he'd be giving you wine coolers. Right? Every guy I know, every one of my friends, those are your friends. That's the other one I like. You realize you walk into that one when you do that. All my friends or oh my God, any guy.
Here's where it goes weird: is that there are guys that can sublimate all that. You can't see that that's their motivational priority.
Yes,
but it's there.
Oh, I love those guys.
Yeah, but that's actually a more civilized male. I mean, that's better, right?
It is. Yeah,
it's a little less honest, but it's better, right? Because they can control it. They're still moving in that direction. But
it's always funny as a guy when you hear that other guy saying that. That's it.
How about a guy that's super romantic?
Oh,
what do you think of that guy? The guy like a 20-year-old guy that's being super romantic and courting a girl. What's the immediate thing that goes through your head with that guy?
He's ruining it for everybody. He's ruining it.
But I'm ready to think he's just completely manipulative.
Yeah,
completely. Right?
Yeah, I can't stand it. And another thing I can't stand. I just saw producer Ann thumbing through the Vermont teddy bear catalog. I did a commercial for Vermont Teddy Bear, so they said they'd give me a free Vermont Teddy Bear, and Ann's like, well, you give it to your wife for Valentine's Day, and it's like, no, it's no good for me. She'll know they gave it to me, and now it's useless. That's what I love about women. I'll give it to producer Ann. She's fine. But if producer Ann and I were dating, she'd have no use for the Vermont Teddy Bear because I would then be getting it for free, and therefore it's rendered useless. That's what I love about women. As a guy, if God forbid your wife did something, she was a spokesperson. My wife was Miss Makita, and she's going to bring me a compound miter sliding saw. Baby,
my God,
this is great. Yeah, I
can you get more?
Stabbed a retarded guy and took it from him. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, no, not the chicks. No, it no pain. They gave it to you. Now you're giving it to me.
Hey, the first 5 callers again, speaking of pain, on the air tonight will get, those of you that are over 18, the new Animal Uncut Special Edition DVD starring Rob Schneider, featuring never-been-seen-before footage. It's currently in stores, and we will be giving out. This is our last night of giving it out, so do call in, and we'll send that off to you.
All right. We'll take ourselves a quick break. When we come back, we'll speak to Paul. A lesbian couple asked him to donate sperm to be dad. All right. Interesting. Talk to Paul after this. Hey, everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Jack Osborne in here tomorrow night. I was thinking, I think it was Saturday. Maybe it was Fridays. I was attempting to take a nap. No, it was Saturday. You know, when people always say you can nap when you're dead?
No. Yes, they do, yes.
They do say it.
Yes.
And then I thought, first off, I don't want to chance it, I thought to myself. Yeah. Like, maybe you can nap when you're dead, but maybe you can't, and therefore I got to get in some napping before this whole S-house comes down.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought to myself, no, don't chance it. Mm-hmm. Better nap. Mm-hmm. Better nap now. You never know. And by the way, why? It's like saying you can eat when you're dead. Yeah. You could beat off when you're dead. You could F when you're dead.
Or maybe not.
And as long as I can do it now, I'm going to go ahead and get my licks in.
All these things.
Yeah, all of them.
I wouldn't delay any of them.
Why? Yeah, why should you? Yeah, see what I'm saying?
If you follow that logic, you wouldn't do anything in this life.
Yeah.
Because you can do all of it when you're dead.
When you're dead. And by the way, if you can do it when you're dead, I'll have a head start on everyone.
So much the better.
I'll be like a world champion napper. I'll be having seminars on napping. From hell.
Purgatory, yeah.
Yeah, purgatory. I'll be like, listen, you got a lot of novice nappers here. A lot of you with that familiar refrain of being able to nap when you're dead. Well, as it turns out, you can, and I've done a lot of napping when I was on Earth, and I'm not gonna clue everyone in on how to nap. Please pay attention. Turn to page 47 of your nap pamphlet.
Paul 22.
Yeah, how's it going?
Oh, yeah.
What's happening, Paul?
Oh, nothing much. Adam, funniest man alive. Drew, I really want to get your book, man, but wasted the money on the Man Show DVD set. I wouldn't say
my book is going to come out in paperback soon. So keep your eyes. It's called Cracked. It's out in a hardback now, but a paperback be released soon. So keep your eyes open.
I will be getting that soon, though.
I was talking about the Man Show.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, thanks for cutting him off.
Talking about how he bought the Man Show DVD,
and then was going on to say, I wouldn't say wasted the money, but
no, it was a good investment. Good investment.
Thank you. I don't think we see any of that money, by the way. Go ahead.
Okay, here's the situation. I've known a lesbian couple for a pretty good while. I used to date one of them. They're going to Canada next year to get married, and soon after that, when they're financially stable, they want to have a child, and they're asking me to be the sperm donor. So what I was wondering was what the effect might be on myself emotionally and what kind of psychological effect this would have on the child in the long run.
Well, first off, here's the deal you cut. Okay. You get to finish in the mouth of one of them, and she's got to spit it in the other one. That's the only... First, you say, I'm going to be up front. That's the only way I operate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so
actually, your phone screener told me I should try to get some sex out of the deal.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice to know the entire organization is into manipulating your relationship with your friends. Yeah. That's good times.
Yeah, and then also like you got to go, like, I'm having a little trouble achieving an erection. Could you guys dike off just a little bit just to kind of get the blood circulating? Yeah, that's good. That's good. 69. That's perfect.
Okay. Be that as it may. the child, my recommendation would be to have the child not know you're the father and just let them be the parents, and that's that, and find a male figure to be in his or her life.
Drew,
what?
Let me ask you this. I know this. We're going to keep going with this, but it seems to me that, if I got somebody pregnant and, then she hooked up with some other guy and I never knew about it, and then I found out at some point that I had a 13-year-old son running around that was being raised by another, it would be kind of weird.
It would be weird. Would you get over it?
I would, because I'm a robot.
Right.
I mean, I come from
a long line
of just robots that don't hug or know anything. No one cares, so I don't really care either.
Okay, yeah.
But I would get over it. Yeah, I'd get over it very quickly. But it would nag me a little bit, and I don't know if it wouldn't bother as much as it bothers guys who aren't robots emotionally. But I think I would be much better off if I said, "Here's my sperm, take it to Canada, have a kid." I wouldn't feel like that kid was mine.
What if you continue to be friends with those girls?
I still would. I suppose you would have some sort of bond that was above the bond that you would have with just a couple's child.
There is sort of a genetic fitting, people theorize, between parents and child. That there's sort of an attunement, that specifically genetic fitted sort of resonance.
All I'm saying, different
so
scenario between. Yes, you would, but different than ex-girlfriend who, when we broke up, unbeknownst to me, was pregnant with my son or daughter, and me giving a jigger of jizz to the lesbo couples heading up north.
Right.
I somehow that would be a more mechanical, scientific act.
But wouldn't you want to stay out of that child's life so you didn't confuse the child?
I would want to stay out of the child's life so I couldn't confuse me
or the child.
Really.
Right.
That would just be weird.
See, that's the thing. I think you're not either. You're going to have to be completely in the child's life forever.
Yeah.
Which will be sort of confusing to the child. And how much of a commitment are you really going to make? And is the child going to feel sort of? You're going to undermine the lesbian
Plus,
parents.
Then it gets weird, like later on in life when
they're 22, and then we get married. You're going to pay for the wedding. It's like, and you're not a good dad.
Kid's 13. He got caught beating off in class or something, and it's all weird.
What if it's a girl, and that the unavailable dad now becomes the alluring thing?
Yeah, you'd want to just
stay out.
You get out of there.
Stay out.
Yeah.
So,
all right,
we make a contingent on that.
This is good time stuff. All right, so you can do it, but
stay away.
You're done. Jennifer?
Yes.
Your boyfriend just told you that he has herpes.
Mm-hmm.
He had unprotected sex 2 times.
Uh-huh.
Hold on, Drew. I always know what time it is. Don't worry. Unprotected sex 2 times, and you want to know if you're going to get herpes.
Right.
All right. Hang on a second. We've had a phone line that the people at home can't hear is cut out.
So we can't hear what the people are calling or saying to us.
Yeah.
But the home people can.
Right. Which is really your worst case scenario, if you really think about it as a host.
Yes.
Everything from us not hearing what they say to me saying, "Oh, I didn't hear you," because everyone else heard. Yeah. And actually, we had this problem for about a year before Engineer Anderson explained to us that it was only us that couldn't not hear what they were saying. And I think there was a double negative. We'll take a quick break. We'll get back with Jennifer and her herpetic question after this. Hey, everybody. Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. All right, Drewsker.
Here we go.
What's up there, buddy? I saw you on TV today.
Really? On what?
I don't know. Maybe it was like what happened to the you know, it's like one of these VH1, you know, the price of fame or something.
Right.
You popped up. I saw you about a second and a half, and I changed it.
Thanks.
I got to be honest with you.
Good vote of confidence. Nice.
I just thought, I'll see him tonight.
That's enough.
Listen, I would have changed myself just as fast.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
That's why I don't take offense.
Yeah.
I was more curious with some feedback, but
I had no idea what it was.
But I tell you what, I think that was in that room that was made by the guy that built your new house. Yes. No, next time it pops up, you can take a look at that room. It's unbelievable. It's
at the Roosevelt.
Yeah, at the Roosevelt.
Where I should have watched it because that's ironically probably fasting forward to some sort of home improvement type thing.
The room the room they were filming, and you go upstairs, and it's the room where Gable and Lombard would hang out and hide out.
Right.
And it's got the beams. I mean, your beams painted the way yours have been restored.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I love the TiVo. I'm into the TiVo. I'm into the the satellite hooked in with the TiVo and everything. But I realize some shows don't really have a description. Therefore, you don't really if you watch any I love watching those home improvement,
right,
home and garden, all that stuff, all those remodeling shows, and some of them are really interesting, where they take some multi-million-dollar custom home, they go from the planning phase all the way through to the finishing, furnishing it. It's a multi-part series, and they're dealing with all the trials and tribulations. But most of them are just penny ante kiss ass thing, where someone's goofball fat ass neighbor has $4 to remodel the living room, while the other bitch goes over to the other house and only has enough for a sheet to stuff over her futon, and this kind of super low rent, just sort of nonsense, almost sort of game show.
Yeah, but it's what the rest of the world has to deal with. I know you're literally a millionaire.
I'm literally a millionaire.
You no longer have to deal with the futon covers, but everyone else is dealing with that.
Okay, fine. I'm with you on that. And I realize, most people don't have huge budgets to put a second story on their castle. But in terms of viewing, whether you got the money or not, most people aren't building along with the people that are building on TV. It's much more interesting to see a guy have some sort of lucite hot tub that's dropped into the ceiling of his ballroom or something than it is to see some fat ass bitch use a masking tape in a creative way to save a nickel on some crappy rumpus room she's doing at her neighbor's crap bowl house. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's nothing in it unless you're actually physically doing it along with them. We found an old hubcap. We made it into a lampshade. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All right, but here's my point. My point. Put that down, Drew.
Do we have to do that?
No, we don't have to do that animal thing anymore. We did 2. That's fine. Here's what I'm saying. They shouldn't all just say home improvement.
Yes,
you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
It should say fat-ass chick takes 6 cents and tries to make over fat-ass neighbor's house, or a rich guy does something Adam would be interested in.
There should be little emblems then. It should be like a little trailer.
It should just tell you what it is. I'm now on Speed Vision or Speed Channel or whatever the hell they're calling it now. Retard NASCAR Network is really what they should change the name to, because they pushed out, went all into these NASCAR with all these retards.
Which is another thing that a lot of people like.
Yeah, a lot of retards. Well, listen. Okay, let me just explain something to all you tards that like NASCAR out there, and Sunny D and all the rest of your BS, your crappy music. I was yelling at my wife today about stupid audience testing. They got to do this audience testing. Jimmy's show, the audience testing comes back. Would you want an audience or a group of people making any decision for anything? Would you want a group of people deciding what car you drove, what house you moved into, how you decorated, who you married, and what music you listened to? Would you want a group of a-holes? And my God, this country has many more idiots than it does smart people. You want this group making decisions for you?
Yeah, but you're creating programming for that group.
Screw that group. Here's my point. My point is Speed Racer. They finally put this Speed Racer on the Speed Channel.
The cartoon?
Yeah, Speed Racer, the cartoon.
Oh my God!
What do you think? It's a real life?
No, I thought it was I thought there was something else in this culture I wasn't aware of called Speed Racer.
Oh no, the cartoon.
Yeah,
wow. The one you grew up with.
Yeah.
You watch that now; it's surreal, because I haven't seen it since I was 8 years old, and I thought it was the greatest cartoon ever devised. You watch it now, first you realize one guy did all 26 voices, and he was like Spritle and Sparky and Pops and every villain. It was all the same guy, but there's literally 2 guys did every voice that ever. I don't know. You couldn't just hire another guy to do a couple extra odd voices. Okay.
Very few of the takes moved. A lot of still stuff. Pictures of comics.
Crazy, wild scenarios that seem very plausible when you were 9 years old now just seem insane. But here's my point. I want to. Look. I don't want to. I'm a grown man. I'm a big boy now. I got napping. I got to masturbate. I got to play air guitar. I don't have time to watch every episode of Speed Racer. But there are a few I wouldn't mind seeing. And Drew, you could probably name a few of your Speed Racer episodes too. But each time you plug it, it comes up on the TiVo. It just says 18-year-old boy racer takes on racing challenges.
You want to know which one?
Yeah, just say the Alpine race.
Yeah.
If you
see
Mammoth car,
the Simpson clip, it'll say, it'll
right.
give the title.
You go, Homer steals cable. I like that one.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, let's do that with all of them.
Yeah, I thought they did. I'm surprised they don't.
Not the Speed Racer.
Nice.
And not anything on the HGTV or that Home and Garden or whatever that is.
Right.
All right.
Satellite and TV
people. Blabbing bitches with their, I got 50. Let me tell you something.
Speaking of blabbing, let's take a call.
All right, well, wait a minute. You got 50 cents to do a remod? Save up! Don't start doing it. Okay, that's all I got to say. Thank you. Jennifer?
Yes.
You're 22?
Mm-hmm.
What's up? Oh, yeah. You got the
H.
Yeah, you got the herpes. You might have the herpes. Drew's going to tell you have the herpes. I'm going to say you might have the herpes.
I'll stay with the might. Your boyfriend, you've had sex with him twice, if I remember the story, and he now has finally told you that he's got the bug, right?
Right. Yeah, we've been together for about 6 months.
But you've only had sex twice?
No, we've had sex a lot more than that, but sex twice unprotected.
And when was the last time that happened?
Probably about, I want to say, 3 weeks ago.
And have you had any symptoms?
No, nothing.
I think you probably are okay. Mm-hmm. Usually the primary infection with herpes, you kind of know it. You get pelvic pain, you feel weak and fever, you don't feel right for a week or so, and you get swollen glands, and then you get the big rash, and it hurts when you have intercourse. So it hurts all the time. It feels like a horrible, horrible yeast infection.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What was that?
Oh, I said okay.
And you've had nothing like that. So the other thing you should know is there was some data that came out just last week that showed if you take once a day valacyclovir, Valtrex, that you can substantially reduce the risk of transmitting herpes. That it reduces the viral shedding, decreases the risk of an acute outbreak. And so
make you a black belt in Taekwondo too. I've seen the commercial.
Kickboxing. Yeah. But you should continue wearing the condoms and to get on the Valtrex, and that will probably keep you nicely protected.
You got the guy you've been with for 6 months. You want to move out of the condom phase. Shouldn't he get on the Valtrex?
No, yes, he should, but that's not a perfect protection. I would still recommend people stay on the condoms.
Are they, if they're serious, you really serious about this guy, Jennifer?
Yes.
Were you pissed off that he waited 6 months to tell you about the herpes?
No, I wasn't. I got to like him before then, and then that was just, it's the only thing that's ever been wrong with him.
All right, so he was like ashamed of it. He didn't want to say anything.
He was very, very ashamed of it because he's only been with one girl, and she gave it to him. And he was with her for 2 years.
It's hard luck, baby.
Bad times.
Yeah.
Does that affect a guy's number? You know the numbers thing?
The herpes?
Yeah. I'm wondering if the fact that if Jennifer's a number that's low for him, and the fact that she's so accepting, will. You know how that could destabilize a relationship?
But why would he only be with one girl? Jennifer, what do you look like? You attractive?
I think I am, yeah.
But no one else does? Or
no, I've never had any problem with guys.
No one's ever yelled at you were ugly or witch and tried to beat you?
No.
All right, so guys attracted to you?
Yes.
Hold on, let me talk to Drew for a second. Ladies, do not mistake guys wanting to hump you with...
I'm attractive.
Being attractive. And I'm not saying that Jennifer isn't. I'm speaking to the rest of the ones with the huge asses, but they have a rack, and there's a lot of guys who want to see their boobies.
Yeah, be objective for yourself. Self-assess.
Yeah, like...
Don't use guys as the assessment tool.
Right. It's like a turd feeling good about self because a lot of flies. I get a lot of flies, a lot of action around me. Yeah, I'm not saying this is Jennifer. I'm just saying we'll talk to a lot of chicks. They're like, yeah, I'm 5'1", I'm 205. I got no problem with the boys. They like that. I got a nice rack. I show it off. They want some of that. Okay, but if you go to the right place, there's some libations. You wear the right thing. There will always be a handful of guys going after you. But that does not mean you're hot. Although maybe it's academic at that point, Drew.
What do you mean?
Well, who cares? So you're not hot. You got a bunch of guys trying to F you.
Well, I just think you might. Yeah,
Jennifer?
Whatever.
All right, so you're attractive.
Yeah.
What do you give yourself in the number department?
Did we hear it? What was the number?
Well, I'd probably give myself, look-wise, like a 7 or 8. I'm not
stunning or anything like that, but I think my personality brings out a lot more character and makes me a lot more attractive.
All right. Well, working the personality in is always a bad sign. I'm going to go ahead and deduct.
I've never had any problem
with the boys.
I've been told that, never had any problem with the boys.
Mm-hmm. What do you do for a living?
I work for a cell phone company, and I'm a student.
Mm-hmm. Junior college?
No.
Cal State Fullerton.
Yeah.
What? Cal State Fullerton? It's a push. You would have been hotter if you were in junior college. Dumber chicks are a little higher. What do you do for the cell phone company?
I'm an area manager.
Area man. Ooh, some responsibility. Just lost half a point. All right, and the guy you're with.
Mm-hmm.
He's only been with one girl, so. All right.
It's a match.
All right, I'm feeling good about it. Please do not try to work in the personality, ladies. That's a killer. And look, if you're like talking to a guy over a computer, or there's a blind date or something, you want to meet a guy, just tell people you have a horrible personality, but guys still like you plenty. Yeah, that's really you would know you're dealing with a super smoking hot chick, right?
You're sending a signal.
Yeah.
Guys interpret those signals.
Yeah.
Based on their experience.
So, here's the whole thing too. It's really don't start replacing the looks with the personality. It's great to have a good personality, but it's like if some chick said to me like, "Well, do you have a big penis?" I was like, "I got a big personality." How about your ass?
I've been told that makes my penis look bigger.
Is your ass hairy? I'll tell you, my personality's smooth as a baby's bottom. I mean, that ain't gonna make them run across town. You see what I'm saying?
What's even worse, though, is that for a woman that actually could begin to compensate.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Horrible thing about men is
I'm gonna start working on that, though. The chick says, "Yeah, how you hung downstairs? You big? You got a big dork down there?" I got a big personality, sweetie.
How many times you get into that conversation anyway?
I don't know, but next time I do, pow!
I was thinking about how confusing it is for men, how women are. But there's something that men do that's confusing too, and we're kind of getting at this a little bit tonight, which is men are very visually focused.
Yes,
but they really don't all have the same set of standards. And that's confusing for women. It's like, okay, all right, it's the wave model. You guys all like that, right? No. Right? How do women? And I don't think there's any two guys that like exactly the same thing.
That's
so this is where it gets confusing for women.
Yeah. No, this is like Kimmel's love of Gillian Anderson from X-Files. Great. You like preteen boys with page boy haircuts and freckles on their back and little pointy razor nipples. That's what you do. Yeah, I love that woman. Like, first off, she's a bitch. Secondly, she's got an A cup. Thirdly, why don't you go find yourself a nice 13-year-old teenager to have sex with? No, he loves her. And fine, but it's no accounting for anything.
That's right.
And not a fan of Minka.
How dare he? Oh my God!
#1 Asian big boob queen. No, but I get these arguments at the off. That's sort of that. This guy likes Britney Spears, and that guy likes Jessica Simpson, and this guy likes Christina Aguilera, and
but even
the
that,
other one's kind of nutty for liking the other one.
But even those three sort of in the same realm. The guys go off the chart in different directions in terms of what's their sort of sweet spot.
Yeah.
What is a hot fudge sundae for one guy is dog food for the next.
Yeah.
Right? It's just and women have got to be going crazy trying to figure that out because they're only recently coming to terms with the facts of how visually preoccupied men are.
Right.
And so now what? Because you can't control guys accounting for their taste.
No.
It's all over the place.
Yeah. Well, Drew likes a nice blonde. But I'll tell you, Drew's, we see eye to eye. I mean, Drew's a blonde man. I'm not so much a blonde guy, but we know what we like. Yeah? Good. Susan?
Yeah?
Speaking of knowing what we like, you're 20. What's up?
Okay, well, all right, my boyfriend and I have been together for 4.5 years. Like, for a while, for about a year, we were long distance, and during that time, I was like 17, and I was really thinking about breaking up with him because, you're 17 and you're young and everything, so I cheated on him. And after that happened, like, I decided that I really did want to be with him, and I really do love him. And we got back together, and we've been together after that for another 2.5 years. And now, like, things are really bad, and I really think that we're going to break up. And
Good.
I don't know, like,
Fantastic.
if counseling would help or...
No, let it go, let it go.
Wait, you're trying to shoehorn this thing.
Yeah.
And
You're not married, you don't have a kid, do you?
Yeah, we do have a kid. We had a kid.
What? You have a kid?
Yes, that's why I'm so, like, astounded that, you know, because I don't think that he ever really got over me cheating on him, and that's why I'm so, like, surprised that, you know, we had a kid, and that's, like, a really big thing, and that's, like, why would he have a kid with me if he never got over me cheating on him? Why would he have a kid with
I'll
me?
tell you how he has a kid with you. He gets drunk, he doesn't put a condom on, he forgets to pull out. That's why how he has a kid with you. What, do you think he sat down with his, got the...
no, but come on. I mean, you wouldn't have sex with a girl.
Yeah. This is Mom, by the way.
Oh, yeah, she sounds like she's 14.
Why would he sit and have a kid? What do you mean? Why does anyone have a kid with anybody? They don't have a kid with them. They get a boner and they bust a nut. Why would he have a kid? Jesus Christ. What do you think he did? He got a temperature, put a thermometer in you, wanted to wait till you're ovulating, and then said, hurry. You guys ran to the bedroom so you could have a kid? You had unprotected sex.
Well, I know that's how we got the kid, but why would he take the chance of having unprotected sex with me if he was never over me?
Well,
first off, wait a minute. Were you from Michigan or something?
No, I'm from
Minnesota? Ohio. What are you doing in Phoenix?
My dad lives out here.
Now, where is he?
I don't know. He lives down here. I don't live with him. We live in our own place, but
you don't live with your boyfriend.
No, we do. I live with my boyfriend.
Why didn't you get married?
When he said, "Where's he?"
Yeah, I know.
She thought he meant that.
We never wanted to. I don't know. We just never did. We didn't think, when we had the baby, we just didn't think that would be a good idea to just get married.
Okay.
Because...
All right. Well, let's see if we can.
I almost want to smack these two.
Why?
Just because we had the baby, we didn't think it was a good idea for the baby. It's like,
Okay. Well, look. Let me explain a few things, Susan. This man of yours, what does he do for a living?
He's a cook.
Cook. He's a cook. Okay.
Alcoholic.
All right. Well, here's the point. First off, maybe it's Mel from Alice, because I think he was in Phoenix and was a cook. Are you married to Vic Tadeback?
What was that?
Okay. Here's the whole thing. You asking this cook guy with a boner why he wanted to plan a family with you is really like asking a raccoon why it ran toward the headlights in the road. It didn't know. It's got no answer. It's an instinct. That's all. So that's a stupid thing for you to mull over and over again. Secondly, you have a kid. You don't seem like you're that in love with the guy. Yeah. Young guys do have difficulty getting over things like cheating and stuff like that. So, number one, no more kids.
But see, I think what's more likely that, yes, number one, no more kids. But the cheating thing, I think, is more symptomatic of how screwed up this relationship is to begin with. And the fact is, he was just clinging to her because he needed a life preserver. Now he's feeling a little more secure, a little more, he's got a job, and now he's done with her.
Well, I don't know if he's done with her.
It's not that he can't get over the cheating thing, although that bothers him. Now he wants to get back at her, I'm sure. But the reality is he just feels secure now, ready to move on.
How do you know he's done with her? Is he done with you, Susan?
I guess so, yeah. He acts like he is, and I'm doing things for my life. And that's another thing, like, I think he's a little bit depressed. I don't know. All he does is work, and he only works, like, part-time, and he's not in school or anything. And
how does he, if all he does is work, does he have 5 part-time jobs?
No, it just means all he does is work, and when he's smoking pot, he's watching TV.
And after work, he'll sit on the couch and smoke pot. For the last 2 years, it's been like
that.
Right,
he's an addict. I mean, I mentioned that already.
He's depressed.
Yeah.
So, Susan, do you need this guy in your life?
No, I don't. It's just, I do love him, and we do have a kid together, and I never wanted to, break up with him. I wouldn't have the guy's kid if I didn't think I wanted to be with him, but...
Well, I think...
You're not the brightest chick in the world, and you're 20 years old, so what's your logic have to do with anything?
I don't know how you reconcile all this, except to say, just philosophically, there's a child involved. They got to do their damnedest to try to make this relationship work. He needs treatment. The relationship needs treatment. maybe if he goes
Counseling
to...
would help us because I've thought
Well,
about it.
he's an addict, and so his addiction needs to be treated for this counseling to work, so to speak. But at counseling, that should come up and be discussed, and his motivating him to get treatment will be part of the counseling process.
Right.
And really, again, philosophically, you guys should get married, commit yourself to one another, and then do the work together you need to do to reconcile this on behalf of the kid.
Well, here's the whole thing. You need to now. Okay, I know this sounds trite and it's all ground we've been over before, but I don't think we've ever really broken it down this way, which is after you have a kid, your satisfaction in life, or much of the things that you get a source of satisfaction from or well-being from, are things done on behalf of the child.
It certainly should be.
Yeah,
that's the phase of life you're in.
You get a little nutty with it, Drew, but in general, you should be in that phase where it's great to see your kid play Little League. It's great to know that you got a raise so that you could move into a bigger house, or you could buy a safer car with an airbag. It's not all living for the kid, but at a certain phase in life, your achievements become that much better on behalf of the family or for the family. Now, this is why you can't have a kid when you're 21, because you're just not in that phase where you're looking to make someone else happy, and you really shouldn't be. I mean, when you're
biologically, you're not, men in particular are not wired that way at all.
When you're 21-year-old guy, you're not your daughter taking her first steps is not, it's okay. But listen, biologically, it's not a great thing.
You just mentioned how nutty I get with being that way on behalf of my own kids. Even I, as nutty as I am, that way at 24, 25, 21?
No way.
No way. No way.
Yeah. So, it's hard to ask somebody to do that. I mean, to go against this sort of selfish biology.
Right. Even if they're wired to do that, they can't do it at 21.
Drew was programmed to put himself in front of the speeding train for his family.
Yeah.
And even the guy who was programmed for it at 21, 24, 26 even.
28.
No, it was in no position emotionally to do it. Although I'm sure you would have... something would have turned on with you and you would have risen to the occasion.
No, really, the ultimate irony is because I'm so much the way I am, knowing I had to be ready to be able to do all that, I really knew I was not ready.
Well, the point is so many people in this country aren't pre-wired to be that way. Spit out a few kids. The guy's 20, 21, 22, and that switch, there's no switch to turn on.
Yeah.
So, I don't know,
It certainly ain't going on at 22.
Overall, damage control, no more kids.
Condoms.
Number two, you guys got to come together on behalf of the kid.
Yeah.
And work it out. Whatever it is, whether you stay together, whether you break up, whatever it is, it's all for the kid.
Yep.
That's it. All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, it's Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Jack Osborne in here tomorrow night. Get the straight dope on Ozzy, amongst other things.
Have we done show Jack before? Yeah, he was up here with his mom last time.
He's been up here alone, I think.
Yeah, I just remember last time was with Sharon. I'm doing her show in like a week or so, something like that, too.
Yeah? I'm
doing it with Ozzy. We're talking. I know what we're talking about, but he's coming back.
I'm going with drugs.
I would bet.
Yeah. Let me point something out that I don't think is ever going to happen, but you know how you like to bang away, and I like to bang away, and we all like to bang away? Yeah. Yeah, and Chris likes to bang away. Especially Chris likes to bang away.
They could tighten that down.
Go ahead and take a crescent wrench to that. These are the footstools. We have these sort of bar stools in here that we sit on, and it's great. But every single one of them has a sort of a circular footrest, which
is under the seat.
Yeah, it seems about right. But I hear him flopping around all night. Chris plays his like he's in Cheap Trick. Yeah, it's just like there's a Grateful Dead. They had two drummers. He plays it like he's playing two bass drums over there. Drew likes to sock his around. I like to kick mine around a little bit too. I'm going to go down and see what happens. I'm going to see about tightening mine up.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, just enjoy. You'll hear fly coming down at a certain point. Just close your eyes. Pretend like you're in prison.
You want to go down there and see what's going on?
Yeah, I'm going to go down.
Right. I'll take ring up number 5. Yeah.
All right.
Dave, you go down, Dave.
Yep.
Dave is 18. Dave.
Hi, long-time listener, first-time caller. I like your guys' show.
Great, Dave. What's going on?
I've been with a girl for a month now, and I've never had sex before, and we tried to this weekend, and I don't know, after about 20 minutes, she said she was tired, and I kind of have a self-esteem problem. I don't know what I should do. I tried talking to her about it yesterday, and...
Hold on.
Yeah, this will not be fixed.
Yeah, what are you doing? It looks bad, whatever that is.
It can't be fixed.
Yeah.
There's nothing broken on it.
That's the way it fits.
It needs a set screw. Yeah, this is the... I know you're going to find a shine. This is the world's worst decision for in-studio
This equipment, yeah.
This actually... You know, I wonder if your guys clank on top of your... Chris, is yours on top of your wheel rider there? No, it's above it. All right.
This one?
All right, anyway.
That chair, ironically, the one that we're not sitting in, probably doesn't do
No, it does. Everyone does it. It's the worst design ever.
So, Dave, here's the deal. You were having sex with her for 20 minutes?
Mm-hmm. And she just said she was tired. So
Well, she's not tired. She's starting to have pain after about 20 minutes. Many women can't go more than about 10 minutes.
Hey, it's like, hand me your forearm, let me do an Indian burn on you.
For 20 minutes. Yeah, eventually
you're not tired.
The skin's going to wear through.
Yeah.
She very kindly
chafing.
Yeah, she kindly put it in those terms, but the reality is she's hurting.
All right, so what should I do?
You're doing just fine. Just be her boyfriend and continue to pay attention to her and talk about how that was or wasn't for her, what she needs to have done to make it more comfortable, or if she has an orgasm and what she needs, and just communicate with her. That's all.
You need to be like a concierge at a nice hotel, like
that's a good
the
one.
Hotel Volva. And you just, whatever you need, whenever you need it, you call on me. You want me to turn down your labia? We have a labia turn down service.
With chocolate.
Chocolate goes in. We put it vertically. It's a chocolate on your pillow. By the way, I know it's great, the chocolate on your pillow, but is there anything worse than you just having a big mouthful of chocolate before you go to bed? I always stare at the thing. You know, here's my diet secret. I stare at the chocolate on the pillow. I put it on the nightstand, and I eat it an hour later. But the point is I don't
jump
dive on it.
Yeah.
I usually dive on the bed, not hands first, mouth first. Hands at my side like a superhero.
Here's the irony, though, is that like a fish, right? You're flopping to the chocolate. Here's the irony. So for an hour you think about it. By the time you slam that chocolate square in your mouth, now you're running over to the minibar.
Yeah,
because you've had an hour of thinking about eating, resisting it.
I love the turn down. I love the knock on the door at 8:45, and then who the hell is what the? Just got my pants down here. Watch a little. Yeah. Oh, Jimmy, who is that? Did I turn your bed down? It's like this. How much do I got to pay to do away with the service? I don't know. Is there something you could check or something? I mean, there's got to be some box that says, I don't need someone to come.
Put the sign out there. You got to put the sign out.
That's what I got to do. But you forget about it at 8 o'clock at night. You're in the shower or something.
I don't know.
What the? Well, can we do away with that, by the way, as a hotel society?
There's a lot of conventions at the hotel that you could do without.
I need some chick to come in and pull the comforter corner off the thing and fold it halfway back. Okay. Zach is 14. He's going to do the Germany or Florida routine with us. Zach?
Germany or Florida? Is it Germany or Florida?
Ken going to town over there. What's happening, Zach?
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think that's the phone. I think Zach's like asleep or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Zach's been on hold for 37 and a half minutes. Maybe he is. That's hard to tell. Tonight's been so bad with the phone. What do you want to do?
Just pot him up one more time. Just see if he's there. Zach?
Zach?
Let's see if you can hear him. See, that's open line. Don't hear him snoring, though.
Yeah. I get the feeling if the line was open, though, we wouldn't be hearing anything because it'd be effed up like it has been all night.
All
right, Zach. Hang on. Maybe we'll get back to you. Charles.
Yeah, how's it going?
You're 20. What's up?
All right. Well, this is the problem. I've been, masturbating since I was 12, since I can remember,
Mm-hmm.
And after a while, when I pee, my pee goes to the side.
Mm-hmm.
I tried correcting it, by trying to masturbate with my left.
Wait, your pee goes to the side, or your penis goes to the side?
Well, my penis goes to the side.
Yeah, well, that's sort of normal. You go to one side or the other. It's, which side do you dress? The tailor will ask you.
Bogus.
No.
Is there any way to, maybe correct that? Or?
Let's put him on hold if you think it's bogus. I don't think he is.
Yeah, I just idea try going with his other hand to straighten himself out.
I tried. It doesn't work.
Well,
how do you know? How many times did you do it?
I tried doing it about a month. I just gave up. It's not.
You gave it a whole month with the left hand
after 8 years of going the other way.
Yeah, I mean, I got it down to where, I can do it like maybe in a commercial.
Oh, really?
Proud of you.
Yeah.
I can do it in 15 strokes.
You got me there then.
No. It's not a play of the game.
Yeah, it's name that bone.
It's jack that dork. I can jack that dork in 15 strokes.
Jack that dork.
No, come on, Drew.
I can jack that dork in 14.
12.
Jack that dork.
There and back is 1, right? Or is that 2?
The rules will be worked out ahead of time.
That'd be a good game to play.
Oh, no doubt.
That would be awesome. I mean, you just start. I don't know what is 1, 2, 1. 2.
All right. Well, you're working that. Let me answer this question.
I'm just saying. You would start. It'd be like name that tune.
Really? Would it really?
Well, a lot of kids don't know name that tune.
I see. That's true.
I did like it. I did like my strategy of dropping down 2.
Yes. Went from 14 to 12.
That's very innovative.
Very aggressive.
I don't know. I'd have to work it out, but I think it would for a guy who was a sort of champion, pro style jacker. Let's see, there and back. Well, okay, let me do it this way, Drew.
Up and back is 1. Up
and back is 1. You doing up and back every second? 1, 2.
Yeah, roughly.
Second a quarter, a second.
Again, another confusing thing for women.
Guys in championship form, he's having an orgasm in 2.5, 3 minutes.
Yeah, which
you know what I mean?
120.
Yeah, 120 is 2, 150. Mm-hmm. So that's what I mean. So this is how we start the game. I'll jack that dork in 160.
150 strokes.
146.
42.
137.
120.
Jack that dork. See how the game goes? Now, that's a game you'd watch. We don't have to see you. It's just, you got a little pony wall that's up to about the top, the mid-chest, sternum high. You're just standing there. You got your shirt in your mouth, though. You're like, jerk. I said 130. Hold on. 134. I put shirt back on. Shirt on. You got whatever porn you want. The band plays like a Flight of the Bumblebee or something.
The saber dance.
You have like an expert. You have the same guys who work. The guys. The big fights have this CompuBox thing where at the end of the fight they go, the guy threw 587 jabs and 426 power punches. You have that same guy. Whoever's talent, he's got a little clicker. He's like a bouncer at a popular bar.
We have a laser. We have a laser sort of.
Yeah, you break the.
You have to break the beam.
People would watch your show. I'm telling you, it's up to here. Sweat, beading on the forehead. He's going. He sees his mom waving in the audience. He's like, "Christ, no, Mom."
No, Mom.
Mom's out in the audience. Thumbs up. You can do it. All right.
But let me answer Charles' question.
Playing for like a Chevy Tahoe. It's always some sort of American. No, it's never quite the upper echelon.
Top
SUV. It's that sort of one that's kind of in the middle somewhere. Yeah.
So Charles,
man.
you can get
check that door.
You can.
This would be great. Be great.
The dork is a little too hard. It's like it should be like jack that.
Let's see, Rod,
bone, something.
Let's just say. Again, one more time, real quick.
No, wait a second. Let me answer. Let me get the question. That you can get a Peyronie's condition, which is where the penis gets pulled over to the side where there's some trauma or scarring, and 800 units of vitamin E a day may help that. There also are surgeries, and also again, what you're doing, sort of laying off the trauma, may heal itself. So there you go.
Okay, now here's the other one. Here's the other one. Here's how it works. Now, we start sweetening the pot with the Jack That Dork. I mean, we start upping the ante a little bit, which we get into the boner round, and now it's like
speed jack round.
We got a 8 by 11 picture of your grandmother. It's going to be put. Now there'll be no. Or we're putting her up on the big screen monitor. There'll be no looking down. There'll be no closing your eyes. Or we're going to show Schindler's List or something, whatever. Vietnam, the picture of Vietnam of that little girl's running, or her clothes were burnt off from napalm, whatever it is. I can jack that dork at 175.
174.
168.
67.
Jack that door.
No!
You got your grandma up there. Crowd's going nuts. And it becomes like, when they're shooting free throws or trying to kick a field goal in a on the road, a hostile stadium, people, I call a timeout, see if I can freeze you.
See, part of the strategy there is you want to get it down as low as possible, but you don't want to do it.
Right.
You want to get the other guy down into impossible range, but you don't want to be the one that has to do it.
Yeah, no, it's
strategy.
It's a good
strategy. Big game.
I think we could get Carolla to host it. I really do.
I think Jeff Probst's in.
Oh, Probst?
Yeah.
Well, we'll go after Probst.
I mean, can you imagine doing the interview?
We'll go after Guy sitting there, he's mopping his brow. Well,
Carolla.
Yeah, the picture grandma in her casket, I got to admit, did slow me down a little bit, but I was able to focus. I did some wrestling in college, so I know what it's like to be disciplined.
Oh, my God.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. Hey, yo, Loveline. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. What's up, Drew?
I just want so badly to create something like that for CNN or MSNBC. Don't you think it's time? The time is right for somebody to sit down and just start talking late night on those network news stations?
I guess. As opposed to what? What are they doing now?
As opposed to just political commentary and that kind of thing. Just sort of. I just imagine a show where you just sit down and talk, sort of Larry King-esque.
Yeah.
But just sit down and talk, have a much more real discussion about what's going on in the world, or health issues, whatever is sort of pertinent to that day, even.
Yeah. I just like when Larry King has Madonna on and calls her Madonna. Like she's some horrible pass to get through, or settlers who are heading west. And I like when he calls her Madonna, and then I also like the fact that her kid's name is Lourdes. And he says, Madonna, you have a beautiful daughter, Lourdes.
Oh, my God.
Which is what you would say if you're an old guy and you're just reading. I guess the word or the name Lourdes is probably Lordes.
It is,
and
yeah.
L-O-U-R, yeah. Or I would probably just say Lords, too, if I was reading it. But that's what's great about being old. It's like, screw it, I don't need to go. I need to ask anybody what this is. Madonna. My favorite, I love when the A gets yanked off and the R gets shoved in there. I find that amazing, especially since there's plenty of words where you need the R and that gets whacked off and then the A gets put back on. Yeah. That's Madonna and water.
Or draw.
Yeah, and draw. Spar. My favorite is, what the hell? We're making fun of it on... Kimmel. No, it's when Barbara Walters was doing an interview, did a whole thing with Kelly Ripa, and she just called her Kelly Ripper the entire time. It's like, and it was comical. She's like, Kelly Ripper gets up at 5:30 every morning and does the Regis and Kelly Ripper show. Then Kelly Ripper goes straight to the studio. How does Miss Ripper make so? And she just kept calling her Ripper.
Funny.
It's like her name is Ripa, and it just made me. Nobody stepped in and said, "Hey, you nutty old broad, Earth to nutty old broad." It's a name. You know what I mean? You're mispronouncing the person's last name. It's not Ripper.
They don't hear it. They don't hear themselves at all.
I know, but this is what made me think that everyone she works for is scared of her because in a second, if the people weren't, they'd be, hello, hey, Barbara, or Barbara. It ain't Ripper. It's Kelly Ripa.
Did you meet her when you were on there? Did you meet her?
The View?
Yeah.
No, I don't think she was
she's
on.
Pretty high strung.
Barbara is?
Yeah, she's very nice. Very nice. But I wouldn't want to tangle with her.
Oh, I think she was in Saratoga. Carmen?
Yes.
Carmen, you're 21.
Yes.
What's up?
I'm 21, and my husband is 22, and we got married about 7 months ago. Mm-hmm. And in this time, we've been together for about 4.5 years. Mm-hmm. But his penis is crooked downwards.
Mm.
Like, I don't know. It crooks downwards.
Yeah.
And
now, I always thought that might not be such a bad thing, because that's sort of the direction the vagina goes, kind of downward like that. But we had Dr. Alter up here, who's actually coming up to replace, going to be up here next week while I'm out of town. And he was saying that he often has to correct that curve surgically, because it falls out a lot, and it's painful for women when guys have that downward curve.
Yeah. All right. Well, you want to know what to do about it?
yes. Is there any way to fix? Is there a way to fix it?
Again, you can try the...
It doesn't hurt me all the time, but sometimes it does.
You can try the vitamin E, 800 units a day, and then if not, listen on Thursday. Dr. Alter will be in here. I think it's Thursday, isn't it?
Yeah. Here's
Wednesday. Wednesday, I think he'll be in, and he'll be talking about this kind of thing.
Here's the deal. Okay. Popsicle sticks and zip ties.
Popsicle sticks and zip ties.
No. Here's
and epoxy.
Here's the whole...
No?
The zip tie is good enough.
Okay.
And hold it against the stick. Here's the whole thing. And plus, you want an adhesive that's got some flex on it, like a subfloor adhesive. Something that doesn't get hard. It'll get brittle. Things that dry hard break. They get brittle. They got to have a little flex to them.
Okay. All right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay. No, not you, Carmen. Listen, there is a surgery. He doesn't want to do that unless it's a real serious situation.
Right.
Eat the 800 units of vitamin E. That'll help, according to Drew, though I don't believe it. But it couldn't hoit, as the Jewish doctor says. And Dr. Alter, the guy who has a very strange name, or an apropos name, because he does the sex gender reassignment. Bigger euphemism than gender reassignment, by the way.
Do me a favor and push him again a little bit on that business about you being a three-limbed person caught in a four-limbed body. Because he
had
rattled
nothing
him a
to say.
bit. Well,
of course, he had nothing to say about it.
Yeah.
Here's the whole thing: is you think, well, the guy's he's a doctor, he's a urologist, he's a plastic surgeon. I mean, Drew, as a doctor, can tell you this is a fairly brilliant guy.
Yeah, he's a smart guy.
To know what he knows, to be one of the few guys who has both those
boards and both
certifications is pretty damn crazy.
Oh my God! Yeah.
I mean, it'd be like being on the Olympic hockey team and on the Olympic gymnastics team. I mean, it's pretty amazing.
He went
stuff.
back and got his plastic boards when he was like late 30s. I mean, your
brain's dried by
plastic.
then.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But so he's definitely an impressive guy. But as we've talked about, he's used his genius for evil, like Lex Luthor. So we'll talk then. Anyways, he's a compelling guy, and he'll be in here Wednesday or Thursday or whatever this week. We'll talk to him about this Peronis and how it goes. But yeah, the whole idea of he's doing the Lord's work because it's after all, there's a woman trapped inside a man's body. I just love how that's passed. It's sort of like right up there with wardrobe malfunction. Really? What's that mean? Does that mean anything? I just like how we've I see. What about me? I got Napoleon trapped in me. Nothing? What? I'm nuts? I'm nuts because Napoleon is trapped in me and you're a victim because there's a woman trapped in you? Really? They're not the same thing. We're both not nuts. Only I'm nuts. Because I got the Emperor of France trapped in me, and you got a chick trapped in you. Yeah. Oh, you're saying, you poor guy. Was she forced into childbirth? When was she crawl up your ass? When did she show up? No, you're nuts, just like I am. Thank you. We'll be back after this. Well, that's the show, everybody. What do you know?
Mercifully.
Jack Osborne in here tomorrow night. So, until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for Loveline is Ann Ingold. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.